Hi Cannon Fodder fans, it's Raz and
Alex.
This guy, and we're at the stadium, we're at the Emirates. It's a bit of a cloudy evening.
Yeah, it's about to bucket down.
It's going to bucket down, so this could be a rather quick video. Yeah, so we're going to discuss just a few things. This is going to be a very short video.
I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So
You have no idea?
On your own.
Okay.
Go on.
Oh, I tell you what, we've got these things always so planned, so organised. Okay, well, you would have seen Alex's video yesterday about the team that Emery is going to pick, and particularly the fact that we've got Leno, and we've got Torreira as well. And Torreira has been either starts a match or he comes on second half. And there's talk about the fact that it could be just down to fitness. We are at this moment in our international break, coming towards the end of it. So our next match now is Newcastle, and everyone's trying to wonder what team and what formation is Unai going to play.
Would you play Leno?
Yeah,
in the match against
I
Newcastle?
wanted Leno in against Cardiff. If you saw my earlier post.
Did you?
Yeah. I said put Leno in, because the thing about starting from the back defensively, you want your goalkeeper to be sound, and it gives you a bit more confidence to play from the back, and that's what Leno can do. He can play from the back. We've got Cech now. Petr Cech is a good goalkeeper. I will call him a great goalkeeper. He was a great goalkeeper for that team in blue. And he's saved us on quite a few occasions. There's talk about he saved Guendouzi when Guendouzi done that mistake. And he's pulled off a few saves that kept us in the match against West Ham. But why can't we start with Leno? We spent money on him, and he must be chomping at the bit in order to get a chance to play. Especially when you see that the competition, in Petr Cech has almost led to a few goals. So that's one thing, the Leno, the goalkeeper scenario. Then the Torreira, I like him and Guendouzi. Xhaka, it's like an accident waiting to happen.
I get the impression, like I said in my upload, I get the impression that Emery prefers that pairing there. Xhaka and Torreira. Torreira will give Xhaka the protection that he needs, because after 3 seasons he still doesn't understand that in the Premiership you don't have a lot of time to have 2, 3, 4 touches on the ball. 2 touches, boom, the players are in there. So for that reason, it's like Batman and Robin. But I'm absolutely sure that he's going to have that pairing there. I mean, he's done great to let Guendouzi have those matches there. At 19 years of age, I've said so many times, he's very mature for his age, but he prefers that pairing there, and I'm sure we're going to see that pairing a lot more in the next few matches than having Xhaka and Guendouzi. That's what I believe is going to happen.
But if you've seen the first 4 matches, no doubt you have, the midfield combination didn't work until Torreira came in.
Yeah, but like I said, I believe that Emery is giving these players enough rope, to hang themselves, because he needs the evidence to show these players, you're not really fitting into my paradigm, into my philosophy. So therefore, the evidence is there, and I'm going to choose the other players.
Okay, but then the Premiership is unforgiving. It doesn't matter if you just start, if you've got a new manager,
like I said before, sorry to cut in, but if we had Pep Guardiola, a lot of these players would not make it.
Okay.
A lot of these players, I'm not going to call out the players' names, but a lot of the team, they would have been shipped out a long time ago. Because you spoke about Joe Hart, didn't you?
Yeah.
And how ruthless Pep was.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he couldn't play the way that Pep wanted him to play.
And even the other goalkeeper, Bravo,
he went Bravo. Bravo was Bravo and out.
So if you can't evolve in the Premiership, you're gonna go down.
Okay.
And, thankfully we haven't been relegated in our history.
Let's not
But
go there. That's a scary
yeah,
thought.
you know, I thought, I know it's only 4 games in, but I would have liked to have seen the likes of Leno. When you pay £22.5 million for this goalkeeper, and check, he gives me the jitters.
It gives everybody
People
the
will say,
jitters.
but you know what, because the back four is not solid enough. But we've known for years that he's not good at having the ball at his feet.
Okay, so the saying about teaching an old dog new tricks is there for itself. It hasn't worked. But then against Newcastle, what do you reckon is going to happen? You think he's going to put Leno in?
No.
Or do you think... No.
No.
Okay.
He's going to
Filling
play
with a
his
lot
dog
of
to death.
optimism, you are.
No, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I can't see him, dropping check unless against Cardiff, we should have lost, Ralph. We should have lost.
Yeah, but then it's like saying the same thing about Chelsea. We should have beaten Chelsea. It's all should have. We should have beaten Chelsea. We should have beaten, should at least drew with Man City. So, ifs, ands, buts and maybes.
Expect to see Czech again in the starting lineup.
Well,
like I said, the international break will give Emery a chance to go over the footage, him and his coaching staff, but expect to see secret agent Czech in a starting lineup against
there's not much of a
Newcastle.
secret, is it? Because we all know it right here.
You heard it right here.
The secret,
I'm
we know
telling
what
you.
it's like.
And as well, like David Seaman said,
Bernard Lemon's got to
be
be...
patient. Be patient. Just
Oh,
because
how?
you're worth this amount of money doesn't mean you get straight into the team. Why
No.
not?
Yeah, okay.
Why not? You're dying for Torreira to be in the team, aren't you?
Yeah, because I saw the way that the guy shackled Ronaldo during the World Cup.
Yeah, but that's
the
in the
World
World
Cup. That's all
the
right.
Premiership is a total different story.
Okay, I understand that. It's a snatch of a snippet of the potential that this young man has got, and with every young player that we've had at Arsenal, we've got to protect them. There's been times when we haven't done that. We've put them in, and then they burn out or they get injured, and then they're injured for a long period of time. But when you see a guy who you call him your little general, right? And he's got that in him. He's got it in him. And I said from the very start, you got these players. If it meant 6 games, 10 games, keep the same team and build the confidence. But when, as a manager, you've got to be ruthless. I don't like using Alex Ferguson as an example, but I've got to, because he's been successful, and he was successful because he was ruthless. And it's one of the things that we can't carry players. We've been carrying players throughout the Wenger years. Say late on, say about 5-6 years, when really we should have won the Premiership within that period of time again, but we haven't. The record speaks for itself. We've done the Wembley Cups, and everything else has gone sideways. And I'm not on about the passing. I'm on about the way that the players are. Okay, another person, Ramsey. What's happening with Ramsey?
No, I don't want to talk about Ramsey, to be honest.
What's happening with Ramsey?
I'm sorry, guys.
Is he signing? Because I saw him play the other night, because I do reside in Wales.
It's international.
It's international, but his form was different compared to when he plays here. It's different to when he plays here. So if he's wanting Ozil's money, then he's got to step it up. And if he's not going to sign, then we should get rid.
Do you see him as a captain of Arsenal?
It's got. I'd like to say he's got captain potential, but then there's other players got captain potential, but it doesn't mean to say that they're going to instantly get it. Everyone's got potential. The invincible teams, not mean to go through roasting glasses. When I remember hearing Candle say that how everyone was a leader. There was 10 leaders on the pitch. So when I look at this present team, I don't see someone who can stand out to say I'm in charge of this team.
Who was the captain anyway against Cardiff City? Who was the captain? Was it Czech?
No, it couldn't have been Czech.
It's not
Ramsey.
obvious.
It's
It's
not
not obvious who the captain is in these games. For me,
Guys, tell us who the captain was.
I would love.
I was there, and
Stefan,
I don't know who the
I
captain
would love
was. So.
Stefan Lichtsteiner to be the captain. I mean, he's
Well,
captain
he
for his international team.
He should start.
He should start.
He should start.
And you know what? People always saying, well, if you start Lichtsteiner, then Bellerin can see what he's supposed to do. That's not Lichtsteiner's job. That's the coach's job to tell Bellerin how to play.
Yeah.
But I would love to see. Go on.
I was going to say, I don't see Bellerin as a defender anyway. I see him more as a winger.
Yeah.
He's got the pace of a winger.
So then there's a case to play both of them then.
There's a place to play
Bellerin
both of them.
And then Lichtsteiner barking out orders. The right back position, because we've seen so many times, and I do have some sympathy for Bellerin because the last match.
You got sympathy for
I said some sympathy because if you notice, we know Özil. Well, in my opinion, Özil doesn't look comfortable when he's playing on the right side of the wing.
No.
So if you're uncomfortable, then you're not going to be quite sure or secure about how.
And you're always looking.
So Bellerin was exposed because there was no coverage, from Özil. So I have some sympathy from that. Nothing else.
Okay.
So,
all right. So that the Ramsey rant, as it were, the Leno dilemma. Are we going to play him? Alex says that's not going to happen. I like Guendouzi and Torreira, but then there's a case of is Torreira up to I think it's up to match speed.
This is what I can say to you. Do you think it could be because the language barrier? Because I know he has done some promotional videos for Arsenal where he's like seen making tea, and he says, "My name is Lucas." But I'm just wondering, is Emery thinking because he's in a central defensive role, he will need to bark out and communicate with the players? So I'm not sure whether his English is good enough. I don't know. It's just a weird one.
Too many questions.
It's a weird one.
Too many questions.
But I'm absolutely sure with Xhaka, you're going to see Xhaka a lot more than not. I'm sorry, Ralph.
But you see, this is the thing that us Arsenal fans tend to. We're patient. We've been patient all through.
Do you think we're patient?
I think we have been patient. I know there's been lots of shouting, lots of dissent because of what happened up to the point when Arsene left. But look how long it took us to actually start shouting about that scenario. Okay, so we are patient, but how long do you give the team? Newcastle, a different kettle of fish. Every team at this moment in time will see us as a potential. They can get 2 or 3 goals because Czech is not comfortable.
Yeah.
So from the start off, don't be surprised if when we kick off and the ball goes all the way back, how Newcastle push all the way up forward.
You can see Arsenal legends when they play against Real Madrid.
I saw bits. I didn't see all
Man,
of it.
Lehmann. Yeah, took a masterclass.
Yeah, Lehmann.
He showed all the skills of literally throwing the ball out, kicking the ball long, and playing out from the back.
But he was coaching, wasn't he? And then Arsenal got rid of him.
Yeah, but how much say did he have when Arsene Wenger was there? How much say did he really have? You saw Steve Bold just sat there like a lemon.
There's too many questions, Alex.
God, dearie me.
This is the time when really we should be thinking, okay, we're playing really well. The team's getting a bit confident. We can't wait to play against Newcastle. But at this moment in time, it all seems to be, okay, we question the goalkeeper, we question the defence, we question in the midfield. We're not questioning up front because we know that part works.
And you say that we're a patient bunch. We're not patient. We've waited 22 years for a new manager.
No,
and 4 games
not 22. I say 10 years.
Right, okay, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
4 games in, we're looking, to have like the tinkering of the team. But question, would you have played all the new signings from game 1 in the new season?
I would, just to see how they adapt to the pace, and then 4 games in. 4 games in. It's I don't agree with I say everyone. That's not a right term. I don't agree with people saying, "Oh, hang on a minute now. We can't play at the back," and that's the manager's way. So let him dictate the way for the team to play. But then on the other hand, if someone is not doing what the manager is telling them what to do,
For example.
then
We're
you
not
have
going
to.
to name names.
I think we know who.
We're not going to name names. So you would have played all the new signings.
I'll play all new signings because it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know, you're showcasing. You've gone in the market. You've got the players. Now's the time for them to play. And then let that gel appear. I mean, all the videos of them training and the feel good factor. It was a feel good factor.
That's good though. That's good. That's
Brilliant.
good.
But then now transfer that from
the
training
pitch.
onto the
the
pitch. And I think what you find as well is that the fans, although a few may be a bit still Wenger-esque, as it were, in their criticism, it's still early doors. When it gets to November, December, these are the hard months when you're going away to, I don't know.
There's one player that makes me laugh, Ralph. Welbeck.
Hey, he scored a good goal.
That's what I was going to get to. It's like, you got
the goal
Lacazette and Aubameyang literally fighting to score their first goal, and you got, Welbeck comes on,
and he does
he's just like, this is how you do it, man.
But this is the guy that everyone's calling Bambi on ice. Everyone said he shouldn't be. Sell him. And look what's happened. He says, "Oh, okay, you sell me."
That's
but
Little Maisie's man, though, isn't it? Welbeck, because like you were saying,
he did defend him.
Hey, Little Maisie, man.
He must have had a word. He had a word with Welbeck. It wasn't Ty he was talking to. You didn't see Welbeck. We know that. No.
Hey guys, before we go any further, remember this Friday, the 14th, at 7 p.m, we're going to have our bite-sized Easy Talk at 7 p.m. We're going to have Raz. We're going to have Mr. Fury.
Mr. Fury is incredible.
Yeah, the Incredible.
Incredible.
And we're going to have Colin as well from Much Arsenal. So make sure you tune in 7 p.m. this Friday. Be there or be square.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bite-size, guys, bite-size. Because the last one, I think it was about an hour and a half.
It was an hour and a half.
And it's all good. It's all good stuff, really, but bite-size. So.
Yeah, but Welbeck, man. Welbeck makes me laugh. Man. He just comes on there like it's nothing. This is how you scored a goal. Guys, what's wrong with you? I was thinking, man, you're such an enigma.
Consistency is key to everything.
Yeah.
Consistency, and he's consistently baffled us in a sense. But when he scores,
This might be a silly question, but are we playing home or away against?
We're away in Newcastle.
Right, okay.
Away in Newcastle. We're at home to is it Watford? I think it's Watford, isn't
Watford. I don't even know the fixture.
I think it's Watford. So
yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think Arsenal is going to be the life and death of us. I mean.
We go through the mire. We go through the mire as fans.
Well, we have been, haven't we?
Yeah. I won't say I've seen it all, because that means that you've probably been in from since 1886. Yeah, I'm not that old. But the manager still finding his feet. He's got to know. He's got to know he's 11.
Yeah.
The players know what the system is. It's show up time.
But I think secretly he knows he's 11. Emery knows he's 11, but again, he just wants to have the evidence there to prove to these players that they're not part of their bigger picture.
All right, so if they're not part of the bigger picture, then what do you reckon he's going to do? He's going to just get rid of them?
Yeah.
So then we can get some money in to get the players that he wants?
Yeah, because the budget is very tight, isn't it? So he needs to offload players before he can bring in new players. But I think secretly he knows he's 11. I mean, the guy's won the Europa League 3 times on a trot. So he knows his stuff. The other thing is, I think it's a shock to him because the Premiership is the best league in the world. Yeah. But it's quick.
It's quick, but it's also it's long. It's long and it's hard because it's not a sprint, as we always we can put all the cliches. And you go to places where sometimes the player, who was it who said that they weren't up for it? Was it World Cup when we played against Crystal Palace?
Wasn't it?
So the players weren't up for it. I'm thinking, what do you mean you weren't up for it? You're playing for a really great team, man. You got to be up for it every week.
Yeah, but again, like I said, I remember at that time I said to you that it's down to the manager to prepare the players and make sure that they are up for it.
Yeah.
Whether it's like we're playing, in Newcastle or Watford or the North London derby, they have to be up for it. And if they're not, then find another player who's going to come in there and do the job that we ask and we demand of the players.
Or suffer the wrath of the fans. They're very.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up, I'm afraid, because the lights are come on, but it feels like it's going to shower a
But
little
it looks
bit.
like on the camera it's quite bright, but it's not, guys. Literally, it's not bright. It's like it's gonna bucket it down. But anyway, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. So from the Emirates,
From Raz.
and from me, make sure you tune in this Friday.
Oh, and don't forget, he's giving me a Tekker's challenge.
Oh,
He was very lucky.
Yes,
He was very lucky hitting the crossbar. Very lucky hitting the crossbar. So I'm going to have to.
He's in training. Anyway, this is Cannon Fodder, the channel
My Tekkers.
for Arsenal fans all over the world. Breaking news.